Today, we embark on a journey through time to the banks of the Nile, where one of the world's oldest civilizations flourished. Ancient Egypt, a land of mysteries, monumental achievements, and a culture that has captivated the imagination of the world for millennia. Let's unravel the tapestry of history that the Egyptians left behind. Our story begins around 3100 BCE, with the significant unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under the rule of the first pharaoh, King Narmer. Often depicted wielding the symbols of both regions in a palette that commemorates his victory, Narmer's consolidation marked the inception of the pharaonic era. This pivotal moment set the stage for over 3 millennia of dynastic rule, during which Egypt would ascend to astounding cultural, architectural, and scholarly heights. The unification not only stabilized the region, but also fostered a unique cultural identity that led to advancements in art, science, and governance that remain unparalleled in the ancient world. Imagine the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, nourishing the land and creating lush landscapes amidst vast deserts. It was here, along these fertile banks, that Egyptians developed a sophisticated system of agriculture, which would support an increasingly complex society. The annual flooding of the Nile deposited rich black soil, perfect for growing crops necessary to sustain the growing population and the grand ambitions of its rulers. These ambitions were manifested in some of the most spectacular architectural feats the world has ever seen. The pyramids, majestic and mysterious, were originally built as monumental tombs for pharaohs, designed to last an eternity. The most famous of these, the Great Pyramid of Giza, is the only remaining wonder of the ancient world, constructed with such precision that modern science still debates how it was achieved with the tools available at the time. But ancient Egypt was more than just its pyramids. The Egyptians were pioneers in many fields. They developed a calendar to predict the flooding of the Nile and to organize their agricultural and religious activities. They excelled in medicine, employing sophisticated practices that would not be seen again for centuries. And in mathematics, they devised methods of calculation that enabled them to build their magnificent structures and manage the logistics of an empire. The Egyptian script, known as hieroglyphics, was an intricate blend of logographic and alphabetic elements, making it one of the most visually distinctive and complex writing systems of the ancient world. These symbols were more than mere marks on stone or papyrus. They were considered magical, imbued with the power to bring what they depicted to life, particularly in religious texts. Hieroglyphs were meticulously carved or painted on temple walls, tombs, and monumental statues, serving as sacred communication with the gods and a means to immortalize the deeds of pharaohs and important events. This form of writing was not only a tool for administration and commerce, but also a key component in the elaborate rituals surrounding death and the afterlife, reflecting a society deeply invested in spirituality and the eternal. It wasn't just the pharaohs and their monumental architecture that defined Egypt. The society was a complex hierarchy, with officials, priests, and scribes playing pivotal roles. Beneath them, craftsmen, soldiers, farmers, and laborers formed the backbone of the Egyptian economy, each contributing to the state in vital ways, from building temples to serving in the armies of pharaohs like Ramses the Great, who expanded Egypt's borders through military conquests. Women in Egypt also held a significant place. Unlike in many other ancient civilizations, Egyptian women could own property, initiate divorce, and were involved in court matters. Queens like Nefertiti and Cleopatra are testaments to the power and influence women could wield in ancient Egypt, both revered and remembered for their intellect and leadership. Religion permeated every aspect of Egyptian life, influencing everything from architecture to governance. Gods and goddesses like Isis, Osiris, and Ra were not distant deities, but integral parts of everyday existence, involved in every aspect of life and death, guiding the Egyptians through their days and into their afterlife beliefs. And what a rich tapestry of afterlife beliefs it was. Egyptians spent their lives preparing for death, which they saw as a transition to a new life. They believed that by preserving their bodies through mummification and performing specific rituals, they could ensure safe passage and an eternal life of bliss in the field of reeds, a mirror of their own lives, but without suffering or hardship. Through centuries, Egypt faced invasions, embraced new cultures, and saw the rise and fall of dynasties, each leaving layers of their own stories in the sands of time. Greek, Nubian, and Roman influences meshed with the native traditions, creating a dynamic and enduring legacy that continued to evolve until the fading of pharaonic power under Roman rule. As we delve further into the legacy of ancient Egypt, it becomes evident how their architectural marvels, like the pyramids and vast temple complexes, not only showcase engineering brilliance, but also serve as a bridge connecting the past and present through their enduring presence. In mathematics, the Egyptians introduced concepts that laid the groundwork for Greek and later mathematicians, influencing areas such as geometry and algebra. Moreover, Egyptian medical practices were so advanced that some of their remedies and surgical techniques were used well into the modern era. Their influence extends beyond science and engineering, with their art and literature offering rich insights into daily life, religious beliefs, and societal structure, continuing to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike. This fascination underscores the profound impact of Egyptian culture, encouraging a continuous re-examination of their contributions to civilization. If you could bring back one aspect of ancient Egyptian culture to the modern world, what would it be and why? What fascinates you about their innovations or lifestyle? Dive into the comments and share your thoughts.